Midview High School. Welcome more pointedly to Kabuski Gym as you see the Parade of Champions. The Southwestern Conference Wrestling Finals are about to begin. The top 4 wrestlers in all 14 weight classes from all the schools in the Southwestern Conference are lining up across the mat from each other in their designated matchups. 14 matches, first and second place, third and fourth place on the line here at Midview High School in the Southwestern Conference. It's Ron Yance, it's Joel Melvin, along with Gary Pelter, our camera operator today, and our executive producer, Jared Kozar. In the center court is Dan May, or center mat, I should say, as the mats cover the basketball court. Dan May, the director of athletics at Midview High School, longtime outstanding athletic director here at Midview, is conducting today's setup for the finals. Dan, the director of the Southwestern Conference Wrestling Championships here at Midview. We're going to go down to Dan now. Listen in if we can. He's presenting a special award.
In addition, he's become the voice of Midview football and has manned the microphone at every SWC Wrestling tournament we've had in our tenure here together at Midview. His booming voice and energy are contagious, and he lights up any room he enters. He's dealt with an unfortunate health scare this past fall, but overcame it head-on with positivity, determination, and humor, the same characteristics he's instilled in hundreds of wrestlers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the mat the 2026 Southwestern Conference Coaches Appreciation Award winner, Mr. Greg Rowe.
You heard it, Greg Rowe. And you see Greg walking to center mat to meet Dan May with the hug. Greg Rowe, the Southwestern Conference Coaches Award this year, as just a wonderful supporter of wrestling his entire career. Greg at Midview the last 10 years, 7 years as a youth wrestling coach, 3 years as a middle school coach. Before that, he spent 13 years at Avon, leading the Eagles middle school program as their head coach. Greg Rowe, a Midview graduate, and I've known Greg Rowe since he was just learning how to walk, because his father, Larry, was my high school wrestling coach here at Midview, and his mother, Dawn, was my high school teacher at Midview Junior High School as a 7th and 8th grader. And the Rowe family in wrestling in Lorain County, just, you know, one of those legendary families. Great to see Greg Rowe being honored.
Yeah, Greg is he's a class act. The family is as well. I've known Greg for, probably 20 years. We had some battles with North Ridgeville Middle School and Avon Middle School, and that's back when our teams we were just loaded, and we would see each other in the duel, the conference duel, as well as the Olmsted Falls Middle School tournament, and it was awesome. And we would always shake hands and laugh and give each other a hug when it was all said and done. Very excited for Greg. He's just an all-around class act and great for the sport.
I think his dad and mom might be watching from Florida. So if they are, hello to Coach Rowe and Mrs. Rowe, just significant people in my life.
Oh, absolutely.
That's for certain.
And usually where you would find Greg, you would find Mr.
So this is the championship mat. This is the 106th final. And wearing the red singlet from Elyria High School and getting after it right away is Bennett Wachter. And Wachter is wrestling Sheehan from Olmsted Falls.
Yeah,
Matthew Sheehan is trying to fight off his back right now.
Yeah, Bennett, currently number 6 in the Borough fan rankings. That's one kid that I have followed his success. You want to talk about hard work. He, all summer long for the past 3 years, he's been plastered all over Elyria's wrestling social media page just for the various tournaments, and he doesn't run from competition.
Wexter nearing back points. He is 31-6 coming into this championship match, and he's undefeated in duels in the Southwestern Conference this year. And if he wins this one, the championship match, it will be his 100th of his career.
Oh, that'll be special, especially if he, it's a conference championship too, so it's something he'll always remember.
Sheehan, on the other hand, obviously a great wrestler all the way to the finals. He's 25-10 this year for the Bulldogs. And, Joel, he's just a freshman.
Yeah, that's an amazing feat to make, especially in this conference, is to make the conference finals as a freshman. So, going to be big things out of Sheehan. If I'm not mistaken, the Sheehan family, they are quite athletic. His sister, a heck of a softball player for the Lady Bulldogs.
So this is Wechter, already up 8-1 with 20 seconds left in this opening period here. This is the championship match at the 106-pound weight class. 14 weight classes will wrestle for a championship today. We'll go all the way up to the heavy.
Bennett is solid on top. Yeah, he just keeps that pressure. Always looking to score points. That's definitely attributed to his coaches over there in the corner.
And that first period is over. Sheehan won the flip. So it's his decision, the Olmsted Falls wrestler, Matthew Sheehan, and he'll go up on top.
Yeah. We'll see what happens here. Bennett's an all-around crafty wrestler, so Sheehan's going to have to keep that pressure on top if he wants to get back in. Yep. Bennett got the escape there.
Armando Torres, the head wrestling coach at Elyria High, said he believes that Wechter, his wrestler Bennett Wechter, can take down any wrestler in the state of Ohio. He believes Bennett's that good, Joel, on his feet.
Yeah, Bennett is really good with his motion, especially his side to side. He really sets up his shots like he did right there.
There's a takedown, 2 points. He's up 12-1 now.
3 points actually now. Second year that the takedowns were 3 points.
Yeah, I was dated back to '83 when I was a high school wrestler.
That's okay.
I'm glad they got the extra point.
Yeah, it's okay. It was 2 points when I was in school too. So, but yeah, Bennett is really good with his setups, changing his levels and just recognizing the opportunity to score. And he's not afraid to take shots either.
Wechter got here off a technical foul, or technical fall rather. 19-3 over Percival from Amherst, and he's just a few points away from another technical fall here in the championship match.
Good hand fighting there. The Russian arm tie, or 2-on-1. I don't know if Russian's the right thing to say anymore. But just quick reflexes with Wechter.
Tough to take down.
Yeah. But he's just always around the head, like right there goes right to a cradle. So it'll be a 7-point move, probably.
20 seconds left in this period, and he looks to the scoreboard to see where he's at.
There it is.
It's over. The technical fall has been collected.
And so his 100th career victory.
That's quite a way to do it.
Yeah.
Southwestern Conference Championship, win your 100th. He's just a junior.
Yeah.
So we'll see him a lot next year.
And it's banner time.
You'll see Bennett mid-mat with the coaches. He's holding a banner. I don't know if that's his mom taking the picture, but a lot of fans out there taking that picture. Banner, of course, Joel says.
100th career victory. And really that's a special picture right there with Coach Eric Burnett and Coach Armando Torres. 2 great guys. Once again, great ambassadors to the sport.
Well, congratulations to Matthew Sheehan, too, the freshman. That got all the way to the championship bout.
Absolutely. The future is bright for Mr. Sheehan.
The 3rd and 4th place match is still going on, so we're going to take a timeout before we come back with the second of the championship matches at 113 pounds. We want to thank Cobos Insurance for just being a champion of high school wrestling, not only today, but for a very long time in Lorain County. And they are our sponsor today. They are the reason that we're able to bring you the Southwestern Conference Wrestling Championships. And we'll pause now for a quick timeout honoring Cobos Insurance. And when we come back, we'll set you up for the 113-pound championship final. That's next.
Hi, this is Bob Cobos. with Cobos Insurance. I want to wish all the guys and gals competing at conference tournaments this weekend the very best of luck. Stay healthy, compete hard, and leave it all on the mat. We're proud of you and excited as you head into the postseason. Be sure to tune in to WEOL Online for all of your local sports coverage, and from all of us at Cobos Insurance, we're cheering you on. If you're looking to review your insurance coverages or save some money, give us a call for a quote today or visit us at cobosins.com. Good luck to everyone, and go Sharman!
Welcome back to Midview High School. That's center mat here in Chronicle Gym, and that's the spot that all eyes are on. Championship mat. We're ready for the 113-pound championship matchup from North Ridgeville High School. We've got Owen Bachmore. Bachmore comes into this championship match 23-8. He's the #1 seed. He got here off a bye and then a decision, 8-5, over Amherst Juristy. Wrestling against Bachmore for this championship at 113 pounds will be Dom Knofel. Knofel is senior, 26-8 on the year. He is 6-1 in the conference duels this year, and he's wrestling for Berea Mid Park. So it's Knofel in the orange and blue of Berea Mid Park, and it's North Ridgeville's Bachmore in that navy blue of the Ridgeville Rangers.
Yeah, actually, Ron, Owen Bachmore upset the #1 seed, Devon Juristy, in the semifinals, which was an exciting back-and-forth match. And here we are here, Knofel in on the leg. Owen doing his best to counter that attack. I know that Knofel ended up getting the better of Bachmore in the duel this year.
Well, Knofel real good on his feet this year, good at the hand fighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's trying to work his way out of a takedown by Bachmore right now, and there's a reverse of fortune for Berea Mid Park, and there's the takedown points for Dominic Knofel. You're right, it was the upset of Juristy in the semifinal. I looked at the bracket and I saw Bachmore on top, but he got there by beating Juristy.
Yeah, and Juristy is actually the grandson of legendary coach Dan Turnus from Lorraine Southview.
I wonder if Coach Turnus is in attendance today.
He's actually his assistant coach.
Is he really?
Yeah, along with Tom Milkovich, who I don't think you can get any more star-studded coaching staff
Milkovich
than
and
Amherst.
Turnus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Tom being a 3-time NCAA champion at Michigan State, and I believe a 3-time state champion for the legendary Maple Heights program.
This is Knofel against Bachmore at 116 pounds. It's Berea Mid Park against North Ridgeville, and it's Knofel from the Titans wrestling program with the early lead, 3-0. Dominic, his father, speaking of assistant coaches, Dominic's dad, Dustin, is an assistant on this Berea Mid Park team. What's he working right now, Joel? What's Knofel trying to get to?
So he's got he's got the Owen's wrist there, and he's trying to get back points. He's trying to tilt him right now. And, you know, whether it be a 2-on-1, you know, they have another one that he tried diving over the back, didn't get it because Bachmore, you know, held his hips. But he's looking for back points here. He's looking to turn him. And Owen is just kind of keeping a wide base and kind of just countering all that.
That's the first period, one period in the books. Green will have the choice, and that's Ridgeville's Bachmore.
He deferred. Knofel will take down. And, you know, Knofel's been around for a long time. He's been competing. He's been hanging around the semifinals of the SWC for years, and making his way into the championships too. He's a solid wrestler.
Knofel's only loss in Southwestern Conference dual matches this year was to Illyria's Wechter at 106 pounds.
Yeah.
He's on the bottom now trying to fight out. Bachmore was sick his entire sophomore year. Last year he wrestled varsity at 106. He was a district qualifier.
Oh, we got a scramble here. Owen gets the we close to back points there.
Knofel almost got caught.
Almost, yeah. That's the downside to the scrambling technique that you see a lot in college, where kids, you know, guys will do with like front flips trying to get out of situations. But Owen did a great job there of maintaining control, his composure, and was back at it.
Well, North Ridgeville's Dustin Fair, their head coach, said that this is where Owen's at his best.
Yeah.
When he's on top on the mat.
He's real good. You can see that he's real tall and lanky, and he knows how to. Only being a sophomore, right, I believe. He's learning how to use his length to his advantage, which takes time. When you're young, you don't know quite how to use that length to your advantage.
So all of that wrestling, and we're 30 seconds shy of the end of the second period, and the score remains the same. Bachmore trying to work some back points as he started this period on top.
Yeah, it's going to come down to the third period, so it'll be Bachmore's choice. It'll be interesting to see what he's going to do there. Do you go down and try to get the escape? What you don't want to do here is
give up an escape point at the end of this period. And he'll lock in. That will not happen as the second period has come to a close. So, Joel, at this point, late in the year, middle of February, that second period that was very physical, and, neither one of those guys got a break. One guy trying to keep the other guy down and turn him, the other guy trying to make sure it doesn't happen. Are they tired now going into this third period?
Yeah, it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of strength, to try to get up. And the guy's using all his strength to keep you down, and your muscles get tired. But Dan Gable used to say, third champions are made in the third period. So we'll see what happens here.
Nofel trying to throw in a cradle.
Ooh, and I think he's got it locked up.
And Bachmore almost fought out of it. He has. He's got Nofel turning.
He's got the reversal. Can he get any back points there?
So with that reversal, it's 3-2. Bachmore a point down as we are in this third and final period. 1:20 left in the period. Nofel on the bottom right now, trying to fight out, literally holding on to a 3-2 lead.
At some point you got to think too, like if you're not able to turn him, you're going to have to kick him
go
out. Yeah, and then you just, where Nofel got the early takedown. You
don't want to you'd rather let him out, kick him out, give up one escape point than have a reversal.
Absolutely, right. And then, because if it comes down to it and Bachmore gets the takedown, he would end up winning by one. But he's been close on back points a couple times now, so we'll see what happens.
Joel, how long will they allow Nofel just to hold on to that right leg of Bachmore?
Yeah, I don't know. To me, well, it's because Bachmore's off to the side and he's working.
Working to turn.
Yeah, it's close. So,
and I guess our question was just brought to a moot point now because no longer is that locked up, that right leg.
And it never really came to an action or a question of stalemate.
He's going to kick him out.
Yeah, with 15 seconds, he's going to have to go. You got to be up. He's in deep.
The point. It's 4-2.
He's in deep on the fireman's carry.
Actually, they never gave him a point.
Oh, man.
7 seconds.
He's separated. I don't know.
5 seconds. Working for the takedown points. Nofel holding on. And that's it. What a finish.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Nofel's going to win it 3-2.
Yeah. Coach Fair is not happy with that call. I didn't know. I thought that Nofel separated himself.
They never gave him a escape
They never
points.
gave him the one.
So there's your champion at 116 pounds. It's Berea Mid-Park's Dominic Nofel. Dominic, a senior, finishes his senior year, at least Southwestern Conference-wise, 27-8 and SWC champion.
That was an exciting match. Nofel did enough to had that early takedown, and that was the difference maker.
Going to move on to the 120-pound final right now. And for Avon Lake, it's Nate Grieger. Grieger undefeated in duels this year. And Grieger wrestling an Elyria Pioneer, second time that a Pioneer has been in this championship final. It's Marlon Charlie Jr.
Yeah, both wrestlers been having an outstanding year. We have Grieger ranked at number 20 in the Borough fan rankings, and Charlie right at 23. So, these guys are probably going to be seeing them making a late run at the the state qualifying district tournament. So, because I think they're you know what? I take that back. I believe Elyria will be heading to the Wadsworth district, and then Avon Lake was heading to Perrysburg.
They'll bring both these guys back to center mat. Marlon Charlie Jr., 25-7 coming into this championship match, and Grieger earlier this season got his 100th career win, working
nice
for a
shot
takedown there, and
Yeah.
they're going to give him 3 takedown points. Grieger 34-9 on the year. Man, when you go to 34-9, that's dominating. How about the reversal, though, that's happening right now by Marlon Charlie
Yeah.
Jr.? Got out of it. That's an escape point, so we're at 3-1.
Yeah, both guys taking shots here, which is something you want to see.
Wrestling at the edge of the mat. Tom Evans, a longtime friend and one of Tom's longtime friends, a wrestling official, says to the guys, Joel, before the match, when he has them at center mat, both wrestlers, he said, listen, guys, if you wrestle inside here, meaning inside the mat, he said, it's up to you. He said, if you dance on the outside and you live out there, he said, the match is up to me.
Yeah, I used to tell that to my wrestlers all the time. Don't let somebody else decide the outcome of your match. I'm not a fan of towing the line.
And that's where they're at right now.
Yeah, it's one thing if the natural action causes you to go out, but if guys that live on the edge, I'm not a fan of that style of wrestling, and but it's popular.
So they'll bring them both back, and at this point, with 24 seconds left in this first period, it's Grieger, Nate from Avon Lake with a 6-1 lead. Avon Lake has won 3 straight Southwestern Conference team championships, so they're going for 4 today. And they've got 9 of their 13 wrestlers. They don't have a heavyweight. So 9 of their 13 are in the championship.
Yeah, their Coach Sedlick's done a really good job turning Avon Lake's program around. He and I were hired at our respective programs at the same time. And it all starts with youth wrestling and building up the youth program. We always used to talk about, like, if you're a head coach and you're starting out fresh, it's going to be, and you start a youth program, it's at least 10 years before you get to see any of those results. But, Avon Lake's got a solid youth program, which translates to a solid middle school, which leads to a solid high school program.
Grieger has the choice on the flip after 1 period. He chooses to start the second period down. He's up 6-1. Joel, what goes into making that choice? You win the flip, you choose up or down. What goes into making that?
When I would always tell my guys, if we put you down, it's a free point. You have to be able to get out and score the free point, like he did right there. Matter of fact, he got the reversal, it looks like.
Yeah, yep. They're going to give him reversal.
Yeah, so even better. You should not be hanging on in the bottom, because nothing good comes from when you are on bottom.
Well, Grieger on top's a real good bar guy, and that's what he's doing right now. He's got that arm bar in there. He's going to bring that across.
Yep. Now he's looking for the crossface cradle. Avon Lake's guys are aggressive on top. They're going to be looking bars. They're going to be looking cradles. And they don't, stop if a move fails.
Nate here is trying to win his 2nd straight Southwestern Conference championship. Charlie, just a sophomore. We've seen a very youthful Elyria team so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
Elyria's got 4 wrestlers in this championship final, in the mat final, and then they've got 4 others that are wrestling for 3rd and 4th place. And coming into this final, Elyria is in 2nd place team total-wise right now to Avon Lake.
Yeah, that seems to be the last story of the last few years, whether it was Elyria in 2nd place or even Berea Mid-Park. Berea Mid-Park was always competing for a crown. So, Elyria, you think, may have gone down a little bit, but that's not the case. Coach Torres is doing a great job, and staff are doing a great job. It's just, the Southwestern Conference overall is one of the toughest wrestling conferences. He's got
Grieger's
the bar.
got the wing in, the bar in the wing, and he's going to try to turn him right over on his back.
Yeah, Charlie doing a great job of fighting off there, but Grieger's tough with that bar. That's something, too. After a while, your shoulder starts hurting. Up jump to the other side with a half Nelson.
Has the philosophy changed on, a lot of times you don't want that guy bringing his hips off the mat. So a lot of that weight and balance was low as Grieger tries to turn Charlie. But I see today as Charlie gets out, he's got an escape point. A lot of the weight pressure seems to be up top, and almost back in the day you were too high.
Yeah.
Coaches would yell too high,
exactly.
too high, too high.
Right. Yeah. But a lot of this, a lot of styles are focusing on turns, right, which you set up with getting the wrist or pulling the arm underneath, which you can't necessarily do that if a guy's flat on the mat. So you're almost baiting him to come up so you can execute your moves.
Your move.
Right.
It's 9-2 as we have 5 seconds left in the second period. Grieger of Avon Lake in the Shorman silver singlet with the lead after 2 periods.
Yeah, Grieger definitely on the attack there. Yeah, another school let's see here that's in third place is Olmsted Falls. I know that they were I don't want to say down. I don't like using that term, but they were not where they're used to being, which was at the top of the SWC standings. But Coach Burkhart and staff, I know that they took their lumps, but they're also youthful.
Well, we'll see Olmsted Falls 4 times on this championship mat.
Yeah.
Coach Burkhart, Bryce Burkhart, the legendary Clay Burkhart's son, has 4 Bulldogs in the championship match. Minute 27 left in this third period in the 120-pound battle for an SWC championship between Marlon Charlie Jr., the sophomore of Elyria in the red singlet, shooting into that single leg, trying to turn it into a double. This is where he's best, on his feet.
Yeah, he's quick on the feet, but as we see there, Grieger quick to grab a leg, and that's a style that is increasing too, is like I think he's reversed. Yep, got the takedown and back points.
Takedown and back points, so it'll jump to 12-2, and then you add the back points, and we've got 50 seconds left in this period. It could end even sooner.
Yeah.
They've just awarded 4 back points, so it's 16-2. Grieger will let him out, give up the point, try to take him back down again. They didn't give him the escape, though, did they? He's going to pull that single leg up, the ankle trip. 35 seconds left in the third period. Grieger, unless he gets caught, is got this victory well in hand.
Now they give him the one. That's interesting to see back-to-back matches where the guys face each other and the point's not awarded. Charlie in on the shot.
Charlie holding on to that right leg of Nate Grieger.
Well, and something you got to think about too is, Charlie does not want to give up the points to be a tech fall, because that's extra bonus points for Avon Lake in the team standings. Not that we see them chasing them, but you never want to help out the team in front of you.
So Avon Lake's Nate Grieger, back-to-back Southwestern Conference championships for Grieger. Up next is 126 pounds. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout to get Cobos Insurance in, our sponsor. We'll be right back at 126.
Fall is the season of change, and when things change in your life, be sure you have the best protection for what matters most to you. At the Cobos Insurance Agency, we're committed to helping you select the best insurance to accommodate the changing needs in your life. That's why Cobos recommends Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. Since 1901, Ohio Mutual has been keeping the promises that secure dreams. Find us online at CobosINS.com. We'd love to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best companies like Ohio Mutual.
On the mat right now, that's Gary Pelter's camera shot. Gary's not on the mat. That's his camera shot. Although Gary, back in the day, I heard could, stand toe-to-toe with anybody back in his days growing up on the mean streets of Lorain. This is the 126-pound championship match. Wrestling for Amherst is Chandler and Morris for Midview High School, and that's Midview on top right now. Carson Morris, the only Midi in the championship final, the only one wrestling for a Southwestern Conference championship.
Carson, he's been one of Midview's consistent wrestlers throughout the years. Believe he's been 3-time or close to 3-time district qualifier. Carson's been he's one of Midview's toughest.
Well, he placed third this year in the very tough West Holmes Invitational, and he's here looking for a conference championship for the Middies. So who's more precarious in this position right now, Joel?
I would say, well, yeah, I was going to say
It's
there.
changed now.
Now it has.
For
but
that brief
yeah,
moment.
Yeah, that, it's tough that the ankle scrambles. I was talking about it last match. It seems to be a different style where you just kind of grab, and you really don't know who's going to come out on top, right? It's a matter of hip placement and I don't want to say luck, but I watched a lot last night in the Penn State Ohio State dual match. That it's just a lot of leg scrambling, but Carson doing a good job there coming out on top.
So Carson will keep that wing in and then trying to throw the leg in, too, at the same time. What's he working toward there?
He's trying to get back points. Yeah, he wants to.
And there it is,
there it is right there.
Throwing that leg in, he'll bring the wing.
Yep, then he goes to power half.
Power half.
Yep, but something you want to do is he's a little high there. There we go, he adjusted. Something you want to work towards whenever you get that power half in. I always used to yell elbow up, which means you want to get your opponent's elbow up because the minute he does that, he's going over. Yeah.
First period's in the books. Carson Morris from Midview in the lead, 3-0. Both wrestlers will start on top to start this second period. If you're the guy who gets the choice and you just say, let's go on our feet, you're confident on your feet.
That's telling everybody that you're strong there, which Carson is. And I've had the fortunate experience of I've watched Carson wrestle since he's been little. Wrestling in the Burnett youth program. Know his family really well. He's got a younger brother, I believe, was SWC Conference champions for the middies in 8th grade.
Trying to get in a position to get that takedown. He will not, so they'll bring him back to the center of the mat. Chandler wrestling for Amherst. He got here with a 5-1 decision over Olmsted Falls' Brady Hexter, and Hexter was the number 2 seed.
Yeah, he's state ranked too, so that was an upset there.
Chaser Chandler knocked him off.
Yeah.
Hexter won his opening match with a technical fall, 15-0, 2 minutes and 32 seconds into the match.
Yeah, that's fast. Yeah, I believe Chase is from the Chandler family, obviously last name, but his uncle, legendary state champion Roger Chandler, Roger the Hammer, I believe he's coaching at the head coach at Michigan State, or was for a long time.
And the Hammer wrestled at St. Edward.
He
correct?
did, yeah. I believe the family was from Sheffield. His dad, Ron, wrestled for Brookside, and we went to school together.
Carson Morris keeping the hips down of
he's got good pressure.
Chandler as he tries to turn him.
Going for that power half again. Oh.
So, Joel, why is Chase Chandler able to stay out of back points right now? I mean, all the points are takedown points.
Yeah, it's a matter of hips and just being able to feel which way you need to position yourself to counter Carson's attack there.
We're going to wrap up the second period right now.
Yeah. Chase did a great job. We call it catching the boot. So Carson went to throw the leg in, and he caught the shoe, and he did a great job of hanging on to it, which caused Carson to fall on his hip.
6-0. Midview's Carson Morris with the lead over Amherst Chase Chandler. And we're in the third and final period right now. So if you're Chandler, you got to be aggressive. You got to try to catch Morris and something like that.
Just threw the boots in. That's a takedown.
There's a 3-point takedown.
Yeah.
So the lead has been cut in half.
See Morris flat on the mat here. We'll see what Chandler does to counter that.
Chandler with that arm bar in right now, trying to turn it with a half on the other side. Morris doing a nice job of not letting Chandler get a hold of his wrist.
There you go.
Really tie him up, and that led to that escape. It's 7-3 with that 1-point escape by Carson Morris. Minute 10 left in this third period. This is the 126-pound championship match.
Nice shot by Carson there. Oh, we got the spladle. Oh, man.
They're going to say off the edge of the mat.
Oh, that was close. I don't know about that. I thought the rule says all you got to do is have one touch point in, but
that's significant. It's takedown points plus back
points.
Plus
back points and maybe a fall. I bet you Carson is breathing a little sigh of relief there. Nice job getting his hips back.
Chandler trying to bring in that, he did a nice throw by leading to a single, still trying to work that one leg, and Boy, the strength, the upper body strength of Carson Morris really on display right now as no points have been awarded yet. Nothing yet on the edge of the mat here. And that's back to that point where, listen, fellas, you wrestle out here, it's up to me. You wrestle inside, it's up to you.
Yeah.
And they're going to take them off the mat.
Well, I think the National Federation with Ohio adopting, I like the college aspect of, like, if you have one part of your shoelace in, it's still live. You know, take the judgment out of it. And I think overall that's helped a lot. Nice throw attempt there by Chandler.
And a good counter.
Yeah, absolutely.
By Morris. 11 seconds left in this 126-pound championship final. And Morris just fell into that one on Chandler, and that's going to wrap up the match. It won't end in a fall or a pin because that's the end of the third period. But the Midview Midi, Carson Morris is champion at 126 pounds.
Well, there's Carson's dad walking out with the banner. We got another banner today. 100th win.
A couple of middies up here in the press box with us that are very proud of Carson. We've got Luke Douglas, a senior here at the high school, who's shadowing us today at the Chronicle Telegram and WEOL.com. Luke, a football player. And his girlfriend Anna Baker, who's a wrestler for Midview.
Oh.
And the Midview girls wrestling team doing great this year. So there was a lot of rooting for that midi on the mat next to us with classmates Luke Douglas and Anna Baker.
Yeah, it's really exciting to see how fast girls wrestling is taking off.
This is the 132-pound championship match here at Center Mat, and it matches North Ridgeville against Avon Lake. For Avon Lake, speaking of upsets, it's Caden Bristow in the championship final, and he beat the number 2 seed, Berea Mid-Park's Brandon DeBlasis, to get here.
Yeah, DeBlasis, number 13, ranked in Ohio. A lot of upsets today.
I want to correct myself. It's pronounced DeBlasis.
Oh.
Brandon DeBlasis, the junior.
You have Bristow in a shot there.
And Bristow's a familiar name.
Yes, it is.
To Avon Lake fans,
yes,
as both wrestlers go off the mat. His uncle, Sean, was a state champion.
Yeah, Sean and I, we graduated the same year, so I've known Sean for a long time. Another great family. Sean was an absolute hammer.
And he was a wrestling coach here at Midview High School for years.
I believe he's a phys ed teacher here in the elementary school, I believe. Logan Rotari trying to match his brother's feat. Ian Rotari from a couple years ago is earning a SWC championship.
Still no takedown awarded to either wrestler.
Yeah.
As both of them have really been and rolling right out of that is Bristow. They're going to give him 3 takedown points.
There.
So this is Rotari on top, the sophomore, who has yet to be beat in the Southwestern Conference this year. He's the number 1 seed.
Yeah, Logan is very tough on top. He's as you can see there, he's trying to work the bar. He's trying to work the tilt at the same time. His hips are in tight.
Strong on top, his coach says. Dustin Fair said that's his strength. He's got a hold of the wrist.
Yeah.
And he's throwing in the half.
Something you look for when guys are on the mat is, we used to call them windows, right? And windows are opportunities for your opponent to get out or your opponent to score. When you're on top, you don't want to have any open windows because that gives your opponent enough movement so he can shake his hips or turn his hips or step up and get out and get that point. You wrestle tight like that, it's very difficult to get out.
It's 3-0. North Ridgeville's Logan Rotari in the lead over Bristow from Avon Lake.
Got the whizzer in, got his leg back.
Rotari counters that.
Ooh. Good takedown there. That was a nice reshot there by Logan.
6-0 Rotari. 30 seconds into the second period.
I think it gives you an idea of how tough Logan is with counters because Caden has had 2 very nice shots on him.
When he's on top like this, Joel, he really likes to throw the boots in and then go bars and tilt.
Yeah, he's looking, I think, the power half right there maybe. Cross face there, post. You're looking for back points. That's close.
Rotari a year ago, as a freshman for North Ridgeville, was 4th in the Southwestern Conference. This year as a sophomore, he's trying to win it all.
Yeah, this group with Bachmore and Rotari, back when I was coaching at Ridgeville, those guys were, they were in the 4th grade, and I knew about them real quick, that their group. So
40 seconds left as Rotari is in complete control here in the second period on the mat right now. My partner Joel Melvin was the North Ridgeville High School head varsity wrestling coach for 5 seasons from 2019 to 2024, so you know a lot of these guys really well.
I do, yeah. They were in the youth program when I was there. Good families, hard workers. Nice to see their success.
Rotari looking at the clock. He sees that there are 10 seconds left. Now Bristow's trying to get up, but Rotari's going to get those legs in and just drive the hips down.
That was a nice recovery by Logan there, and it's just tough. That weighs a lot on you when you're trying to get up when a guy's got 1 or 2 legs in.
So 2 periods in the books. Bristow down 6-0. Both wrestlers will start on top here in the third and final period. So if you're Bristow, partner, what are you thinking about right now?
I've got in twice now and some good shots. I'm going to try to, I'm thinking that Logan's a little tired, so I'm going to, like he did right there. There we go. And look, he got a nice deep shot in and was able to cut the lead in half.
Trying to work a cradle right now.
Yeah, you're almost ready to kick him.
Push him out, kick him.
Yep, and then go with another takedown. And
7-3.
There's a lot of time left in this match.
Minute 25 left in this third period.
Bristow trying to cut that corner.
Rotari with just great balance and strength, and is going to turn that into a takedown himself, so that lead will grow to 10-3. Minute 2 left in this third and final period.
Trying to get back points with a tilt there. I think he got a swipe. I can't tell.
There was 1 count.
I think so, yeah.
And they did not award back points, so it stays 10-3. 46 seconds left in the third period. This is the 132-pound championship match.
I was going to say, right, you saw there a little bit, Bristow kind of putting a little spurt together. You want to put something together in the last 30 seconds to try to get up. He caught Logan on his hips, got a reversal.
So Bristow is going to get reversal points. It's 10-5.
Looking for a cradle.
Rotari just laying flat.
Yep. We've got 15 seconds.
Trying to be unapproachable as far as a turn right now. 10 seconds left. Bristow on top, down 5 points.
He's trying everything.
2 seconds, and this one's going to end with a 10-5 decision and a celebration at mid-mat by Rotari from North Ridgeville. So Logan's a champ at 132 pounds. We'll take a commercial break. We'll bring Cobos Insurance in. And up next, the championship match continues.
Hi, this is John Cobos over at Cobos Insurance. As a former wrestler, I understand all the hard work and preparation it takes to compete at a high level. I just want to take a moment and wish you all the very best of luck this weekend. Stay focused, wrestle hard, and most importantly, please make sure to visit us at CobosINS.com.
The 130-pound, 38-pound championship final at center mat right now. It's Avon Lake against North Ridgeville again.
Yep.
For Avon Lake, it's Caden Lademan. And for North Ridgeville, it's Pierre Greenhill.
These two met just a couple of weeks ago with Lademan getting the better of Greenhill.
Was it 7-0?
I believe, yeah. It was in the duel in the school.
Lademan 7-0 in duels this year. He is 37-7 on the season, just his junior year. He's great at the snap down. That's what he's trying to work on right now. And he got caught. Oh,
wow,
bounced back up
scramble
though.
there.
And no points, nothing. A lot of activity.
Wow, that was nice, yeah. It's just a shame when you think about it on either end that you have all that action and no points to show.
Greenhill, a junior, he's 16-4 on the season coming into this match, and he caught Lademan.
Nothing yet. Nothing yet.
Greenhill going to try to work his way
Lademan,
around
nice
the backside.
out of there.
Lademan, wow.
Up. Counters with a little reshot there.
So, Joel, by both wrestlers, how much upper body strength right there on display with both of those guys not allowing themselves to be turned?
And not only just the strength, it's just your hips, right? Being able to recognize and get a read on your opponent that, hey, you know what? He's pushing into me just enough. I'm going to come in and try a toss. And you know, Pierre's known for that as well. Pierre was a Team Ohio member this past summer, where I believe he was 2 matches away from placing, and that was a feat in itself because I believe his bracket had 100 kids in it.
He's battled, health this year. Pierre has, as he gets the takedown, and I think he got poked in the eye, so they're going to stop it for a second. They'll check him. Pierre has had some sickness, some injuries. He's only wrestled, coming into today, 19 varsity matches, 15 wins, but
I think what, if he were to find success here today, I think it would be a great springboard into the postseason.
Well, speaking of postseason, and since we have Avon Lake on the mat right now, if we could pan over to Avon Lake's head coach, Scott Sedlick, talking to his wrestler. They will leave here as soon as this is over and head to Marysville for the state duels in Division I. Avon Lake qualified. They are one of only, I think it's 7 other teams in the state duels.
There's an 8-man bracket.
St. Paris Graham, St. Edward, Brecksville's in it.
Division I's loaded. And you think about it, I'm almost certain that Perrysburg declined the invitation. And Perrysburg is one of the top teams in the state along with St. Ed's and Brecksville. But
what a feather in the cap for Scott Sedlick and his Avon Lake wrestling program.
Yeah, he's he and his dad, John, you can see right
Hall
to
of
the right.
Famer.
Yeah,
Yep,
long-time wrestling coach at Wellington High School, known for tough wrestling. They just brought that style over here to Avon Lake, and just the success they've had has been incredible.
So back to center mat, Greenhill ready to go again. He's up 3-1. We're in the first period, about 15 seconds left in this first period. It's Lademan and Greenhill, Ridgeville and Avon Lake
here. Short
at
time.
the edge of the mat.
Out of bounds.
9 seconds left in the period. You'll see in our shot, and Gary's shot right now, the young man with the foam weapon.
Bopper.
It's one of the best jobs if you're a young kid. You get to smoke the referee in the back and he was very light that time. Light tap.
Yeah.
If you get real aggressive with it, you can really light somebody up.
And you can hear it throughout the gym too.
If the match is intent, you got to make sure that official knows that the period is timed out.
Right,
You got to hit him hard sometimes.
Or if that's your brother and he just got, the referee made a call against him, you get an opportunity to really let the gym know how you feel about it.
It's 3-1 as we enter the second period. It's Greenhill on top, so Pierre is going to wrestle up top. Now his best is on his feet real quick.
Right.
Lademan's going to not yet escape.
That's a move.
Caden's
there.
Got to get to his feet.
Oh, that was a
Greenhill
wow,
keeps
what
him
a
down.
pick.
Boy, Greenhill wrestling real strong here.
Yeah, he's quick on his feet.
Greenhill, the number 2 seed at 138 pounds. Lademan, the number 1 seed. So this is the championship match that everybody predicted. And it's a good one. 3-1, Greenhill on top, wrestling on top right now in the second period, and in the lead, 3-1.
And you'll see what typically what Avon Lake does on bottom is they'll do that short sit out there, and they kind of wait for you to figure out what you're going to do next to figure out what they're going to do next. And they're really good at that because they'll explode out of there, as we saw in the last scramble before. got Pierre's leg. He's got position that could be dangerous.
42 seconds left in this third period.
He's trying to step over there and get the reversal. It's close. It's close. See if Pierre can get his hips up. There's recovery there.
25 seconds left. Still 3-1 in this period. Caden Lademan trying to figure out if he can get stay out of this, stay out of the back points.
Not quite sure what the potentially
Lademan went into
call.
a bridge. That looked like a normal.
Yeah, what you're supposed to do.
One of the strongest places on a wrestler's body, I think, the neck.
Yeah.
The neck.
Well, and when you start off in wrestling, this is a sport where you don't find a lot of success, so you're going to have to learn how to fight off your back.
And how about Lademan here? They're going to give him an escape point, maybe a takedown. That's with 2 seconds left on the back. That could be escape, takedown, and back points. Let's see what happens. They're going to discuss it.
No
They're not going to say. So just the escape.
Wow, yeah, 4 seconds left.
I mean, realistically, that could have been like a 7-point move there in the last 3 seconds.
Yeah.
If you had the escape, the takedown, and back.
Yeah, right.
8
so 4, yeah. 7, 8 points, depending on how much the count was. But that was a nice flurry there by Lademan. Quick escape followed by a quick shot. So he's choosing to give.
He lets him up.
Yeah.
So it doesn't start 3-2 in this third period. It starts 4-2. Now, Caden really likes his chances on his feet. He's a strong wrestler, confident wrestler on his feet, but Greenhill's giving him everything he wants. Greenhill in on that ankle. This is a number 1 seed against the number 2 seed at 138 pounds.
Oh, Pierre did a good job coming around the wrist. Might get back points here. I don't know. No, there we go. There's a takedown with back points.
And
could have a fall.
He's in danger of getting pinned, and he's pinned. How about the work of Greenhill? Pierre Greenhill at 138 pounds. Battling injuries and sickness this year. Not many varsity matches. Still a 2 seed coming into today. And he just pinned the number 1 seed at 138 pounds. We're going to take another Cobos Insurance Center break. We'll be back next with the championship match at 144 pounds.
Fall is the season of change, and when things change in your life, be sure you have the best protection for what matters most to you. At the Cobos Insurance Agency, we're committed to helping you select the best insurance to accommodate the changing needs in your life. That's why Cobos recommends Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. Since 1901, Ohio Mutual has been keeping the promises that secure dreams. Find us online at CobosINS.com. We'd love to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best companies like Ohio Mutual.
144 pounds underway, center mat. We've got Elyria High School against Avon High School. Wrestling on top, for the Eagles with a takedown is Tony Marasco. He's a senior at 144 pounds.
I think, going through the rankings, and right now this is Blake Cancel at number 9 versus Tony Marasco. That's number 11, so I would think that this would be the marquee matchup of the tournament.
Elyria High School, led this year by Armando Torres in his 4th season as the Pioneers head man, and his lead assistant is a name familiar to everybody, Eric Burnett.
Yeah, not only just in the area, but around the country. Coach Burnett definitely, you see guys that are placing in the national tournament at the Division I level, and the Burnett brothers probably can be traced back to them in some way.
Well, he runs that freestyle barn.
Oh yeah.
They take kids out to Fargo.
Yeah, the original barn out in LaGrange, it's moved out to Milan, and that was probably 10, 15 years ago. But the barn itself, man, did it turn out some champions.
Marasco from Avon and Cancel from Elyria High. It's Marasco with a 3-1 lead here, 1 minute into this first period.
A nice little flurry there between the two. I think we're going to see that for most of the match. Both guys really strong on their feet. I do know that Marasco is tough on top, so we'll see if he gets that opportunity.
Well, here's the thing to think about with Blake Cancel, who's down 3-1 in this first period. Blake, coming into today as a senior at Elyria High, is a 3-time Southwestern Conference champion.
Oh, wow. I didn't know he was a 3-timer.
According to head coach Armando Torres, he said Blake's a 3-time SWC champ.
So Blake has found himself in like the go-to match at state, I believe, the last 3 years. And I think last year he might have broken the quote curse, but you know, his freshman and sophomore year was definitely tough losses last second. So he's always right there as one of the best in the state of Ohio.
First period's in the books. It's 3-1 Morosco. He'll get the choice here in the second period, and he'd like to go down. Now, Coach Armando Torres, when I asked him what Blake's Cancel's strength was as wrestler who's going to start here on top on the second period, he said he's a blankety-blankety-blank guy on top. Meaning he's really tough in this spot right here.
We'll see. He's one of those guys that when you think you're about to get out, he's going to grab you at the last second and put you in a position, and you're like, where did that come from?
Now try to get that,
arm bar
in there. And Morosco's just doing a great job. I mean, Blake's going to carry him to the mat and carry him off the edge. So they'll come back in the middle. Morosco will go down again.
You know, I think Morosco did a really good job there. I spoke about that earlier about the windows, and there was, Blake had a little window open up, and Morosco was right up and turned his hips and was able to stand up. Didn't get the escape, but a guy's tough on top. You got to do whatever you can to get out and get one.
The arm bar that leads to the half, where you throw in a wing over there too. How important is that combination, Joel?
Oh, it's powerful. You get a deep half and have an arm bar in. One, it hurts, right? It hurts the other guy, puts him in an uncomfortable position. But if you have it so tight, it's almost a lock for a pin.
So Morosco is very effective on the bottom right now. He hasn't got the escape yet, but he really has been almost in control, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. Blake's not really scoring any points. He's trying to get in a position to score points. But I think Morosco, he's a smart enough wrestler to know that, Blake's tendencies and what he's got to do in order to be successful. Like, he's right up again right there. So he's making Blake work really hard to keep him down, which we spoke about earlier, which is, you're going to start to lead. How good is your endurance at that point?
2-time state alternate, Cancel was.
Yeah, that goes back to what I was saying before. He's been right there.
He's wrestled in the Fargo Nationals on that team that my partner Joel Melvin talked about, that Eric Burnett puts together.
Yeah, that's definitely an experience to travel out to Fargo. And that's actually where a lot of the state champions are made.
Joel, have you been out to Fargo?
No. I was unable. I had a wrestler when I was at Ridgeville to be able to qualify for the team, so I was just able to see it online because I had to work. Nice little scramble there.
And they're going to award a point.
Oh, okay.
They're going to give Morosco a point at the edge of the mat.
So, but my cousin was out there watching, and the arena, the Fargo Dome, the experience is just, let's see what happens here.
How about this?
Whoa.
Cancel trying to turn out of it. It is yet to be decided. No points yet.
Nothing yet.
Morosco is going to turn, and he'll get the takedown.
Scramble.
How about that?
Wow. A great scramble there.
Looking over at the timer were both wrestlers, and that's the end of the second period.
That was a great period.
That was an exhausting period. And you and I aren't even on the mat.
No.
So Cancel starts on the bottom, and he's got a lot of work to do. Escape gets him 1 point, and he's down 6 at 7-1. Tony Morosco, a senior, 19-4, coming into this championship final. coming back from a knee injury.
Yeah, I was just about to ask if I remember correctly, Tony has had some unfortunate luck when it comes to injuries over the last few years. But he's a competitor, as we can see right here. Like, he just comes into bat and he battles hard. He wrestles hard.
Well, Mark Jane, the head coach at Avon, the son of legendary Frank Jane, who's match side with his dad, Mark said he's the best athlete on the team.
Yeah, absolutely. Although I would possibly argue for the 215-pounder who we'll see later. Yeah, absolutely.
He's a pin machine.
Yeah, yes he is. And I just learned last night that he had made the descent down to 215.
Yeah, he dropped
from heavyweight.
So there's another takedown for Morosco, and Tony's got 10 points. He's in a commanding lead right now with a minute 10 left in this third and final period. 144-pound championship final here at Midview High School. Morosco up 10-2.
Got a deep half there.
Over Illyria's High's Blake Cancel.
Close to being a reversal there. Nothing.
They'll come back just where they started.
Surprised they didn't get one there at least. Blake's got 44 seconds here. He's got to turn something on. But I'm sure Tony Morosco would say no, he doesn't.
Morosco's just going to keep a wrist if he can.
Yeah.
If you can control a wrist, correct me if I'm wrong, Joel, you can control a lot, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And you put that pressure right in the middle of their back, and it's really hard for them to move.
Here's the half thrown in. Cancel fights that off. 20 seconds left in this period. Morosco, unless he gets just caught in something late here, is going to win the 144-pound SWC championship.
Blake's going to try for a throw or a hard whizzer here.
Inside 10 seconds. We're approaching 5 left in this match.
Morosco doing a good job with keeping his hips right where they need to be. That's it.
And that's it at 144 pounds, your champion from Avon High School, Tony Morosco. Take a timeout, Cobos Insurance break. The 150-pound championship bout is next.
Wrestling on the gray mat for third and fourth place. Haynes Marks from Avon High School. This is John Dorchek from North Ridgeville High School. On the blue mat from Avon Lake High School, Brandon Patterson versus Haskell from Elyria.
Just keep it here at 150 pounds. We have started wrestling. It's Braden Patterson, the number 1 seed from Avon Lake High School. He's in the maroon and gold singlet, trying to keep pressure and work a takedown on Elyria High School's Gatlin Hassler. Hassler's here with an upset. He got a pin over the number 2 seed Kane Sparks in the semifinal.
Deep whizzer there. I thought Patterson was going to get the takedown there.
No points awarded yet. Patterson on the year. He's a senior. He's got over 120 career wins at Avon Lake High School.
That's remarkable.
Another thing about him, and we'll see if it plays true, he has gotten to this final with 2 pins. He pinned Caleb Thorne at against Olmsted Falls in 12 seconds, and then he pinned Florchek from North Ridgeville in 1:37. He is the all-time pin leader, record-wise, in a season and in career. He had 30 his junior year. He's got 26 going into this match, and he's got over 90, 94 to be exact in his career.
Well, it's always good to get the pin. You know, we always, as coaches, we always tell wrestlers to get there. There we go again. To get
Cradle.
bonus points. You want to win with bonus points. Yep. Deep cradle there, and with all that rolling around, it's pretty. That tells you got a real strong grip.
So Joel, explain that. You know, when you get a pin, you get 16 points, right?
For a dual meet, yes, but in tournaments, it's only 2. 2 points.
So the bonus points come in. Explain that.
Yeah,
to
so the bonus points would be if you win by decision in a tournament, you don't get any bonus points. You get what they call advancement points. So if you're in the championship bracket, you get 2 advancement points. If you're in the losers bracket, or the consolation bracket, you get 1 advancement point. If you win by a major decision, you get 1 bonus point plus the advancement points. If you win by technical fall, you get 1.5 bonus points plus the advancement points. But if you win by pinfall, it's two bonus points and then 2 advancement points. So that's the maximum that you could earn in a tournament setting.
Are you a math teacher?
I used to be.
See, I knew it. It's 3-0. Patterson, Braden with the lead after a period. We're 8 seconds into this second period.
And, going back to the bonus points, that's where a lot of teams will win tournaments, is in bonus points. And even if your guys are, you may not have the amount up. We got a reversal there by Patterson. You may be not be in the championship match, but it's important to come back and win with bonus points.
Patterson, as you can imagine, with the accolades that I pointed out as far as pins are concerned, he has been a varsity wrestler since his freshman year. He's now a senior. He was a state alternate a year ago, and obviously Braden would like to end his high school career
absolutely
getting to state this year.
Getting to the show. There's nothing like it.
Last year he wrestled at 144 pounds. This year he's up to 150, trying to work that cradle up front.
That's a strong lock he's got there. I think he's going to get it.
What's the best way to fight out of this if you're Hassler right now?
Well, one of it is you got to. I don't think
he's
going to. I think that's
going to be a pin here in just a second.
Once he gets it on, Patterson gets it under control, and I think there it is.
And that's it. 40 seconds left in the second period. So a pin at 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
3 straight pins. To the Southwestern Conference Championships.
Yeah. To go back to your question from earlier, I guess, and this is going to sound kind of funny, but the best way to defend a cradle is don't let him lock it up.
Well, that's a good, honest answer from my partner, Joel Melvin. Up next, the 157 match final. But before that, a word from Cobos Insurance.
Fall is the season of change, and when things change in your life, be sure you have the best protection for what matters most to you. At the Cobos Insurance Agency, we're committed to helping you select the best insurance to accommodate the changing needs in your life. That's why Cobos recommends Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. Since 1901, Ohio Mutual has been keeping the promises that secure dreams. Find us online at CobosINS.com. We'd love to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best companies like Ohio Mutual.
157 awaits, and another Avon Lake High School wrestler in this championship match. Wrestling for Avon Lake at 157 will be Ambrose Irapoli. Irapoli, a junior. He is here in this championship final. And we've got to wait because the third and fourth place match has still got about 50 seconds left in it from the previous weight class. But let's set this one up. Irapoli for Avon Lake, 7-0 in Southwestern Conference duels this year. He's 36-8 on the year. It's his first year as a varsity wrestler.
Wow.
And he's 36-8.
Wow. Well, that just goes to show how the talent that they have in that Avon Lake room.
And then for Berea Mid-Park, it's Javier Harden. Actually, you pronounce it Xavier. You pronounce it with the X. Xavier Harden. He's a sophomore. He was a conference runner-up a year ago as a freshman wrestler for the Titans. This year he's been injured. He's been in and out. He's wrestled 25 varsity matches. He's won 19 of them. And his only loss came to an Avon Lake wrestler. And in talking to Berea Mid-Park head wrestling coach Jamie Fleming, Jamie wasn't sure whether it was to Ambrose or Patterson, but he said it was an Avon Lake kid.
Yeah.
And a lot of folks have lost to an Avon Lake kid this year.
That's true. Yeah, they're solid top to bottom.
Well, their number one team scores coming into this championship finals, I think it would be safe to say that they locked up the team championship. They had 198 points. Second was Elyria High at 120 and Olmsted Falls at 103.5. So we're ready to go here now at 157. So it's Avon Lakes, Arapoli in the black singlet trimmed in maroon and gold. And then for the Titans, Hardin is wearing the orange and blue of Berea Mid Park.
So looking at the updated team scores, it seems as if Avon and Olmsted Falls are going to be flip-flopping. So Avon is in third right now with 107.5 points, while Falls is fourth with 105.5 points. So it'll be exciting to see how that plays out.
They start this one out with a dangerous situation, so they'll bring them back both up on top, both on their feet. Xavier Hardin is lightning fast on his feet. And so if you're Arapoli, do you want to tie up a guy who's lightning fast?
You know what? Yeah,
Slow
you
him
do.
down,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
you lead into that.
Yeah, right. So the game plan with somebody who's really, really quick on their feet is you want to tie up their hands and their wrists, right? You want to prevent them from creating that separation that kind of lets them build up. But, Hardin, he just seems to have that explosiveness.
Both wrestlers just kind of dancing right now. Minute 10 gone in this opening period. 157-pound championship final. Hardin, for the Titan football team this year, was their starter at running back as a sophomore. Talented young man trying to get in on the single.
That's deep there. He's got a lock there. Arapoli does.
Irapoli's going to throw a leg.
There's that scrambling.
And both guys are just going to roll out of it. If Hardin had his choice, according to his coach, he'd like to stay on his feet.
Okay.
He would like to wrestle this entire match on his feet.
You see that style there where he's down on one knee. Just trying to get a feel for his opponent and just look for that open window.
So it's an interesting first period because Irapoli, according to Scott Sedlick, is a takedown guy.
Yeah.
And Hardin, as we've already pointed out, loves to be on his feet. Neither guy got a takedown in that first period.
Right. And strategy here, even though he likes takedowns, you got to choose down. You got to get that point.
So Irapoli is on the bottom as we start this second period. And as my partner, Joel Melvin, said, if Ambrose can find his way out, he'll get the point or he'll get reversals. And he's working his way into a reversal and a cradle.
Oh,
and he got turned. On his back, fighting for his life right now. It's Hardin with Irapoli in
see
trouble.
What happens. He's
Real
got the double
trouble.
grapevine in.
Could lead to a pin.
There
and
it is.
How about that? That is how quickly a wrestling match can change.
Yeah, especially with two explosive guys. You never know. Wow.
Xavier Hardin with a thrilling win with a pin in the second period in the blink of an eye.
And Coach Sedlick just looked at his dad, and right when that happened, and I believe he just did say, wow, like what happened?
157-pound final goes to Xavier Hardin for Berea Mid Park High School. The third and fourth place match at 157 still going on. So we've got some time before we get to the next weight class, and we're going to take a timeout. We'll bring Cobos Insurance Center in. 165 is next.
Hi, this is John Cobos over at Cobos Insurance. As a former wrestler, I understand all the hard work and preparation it takes to compete at a high level. I just want to take a moment and wish you all the very best of luck this weekend. Stay focused, wrestle hard, and most importantly, have fun. Please make sure to visit us at CobosINS.com.
Partner Old Habits came back for me. I said 167 is next. It's 165. When I wrestled in high school, that's back in the late 70s, early 80s, The weight classes were 98 pounds, 105, 112, 119, 126, 132, 138, 145, 155, 167, 75, 85, and then heavyweight.
Okay. So let's see if I can remember mine. 106, 112.
And your time period was mid-90s.
Mid-90s,
yeah.
yep. 119, 125, 130, 135, 40, 45, 152, 160, 171, 189, 215 heavy.
The big difference, I think, has gone at that top end. I mean, the highest weight class after heavy when I was in high school was 185. Then it jumped right to heavyweight, and it was unlimited heavyweight, if I remember correctly. Not that I wrestled at that. I was a 98-pounder, a 12-pounder, and a 26.
Yeah.
But now you've got a heavy that's you got the 215 that leads into heavy, and then the heavy can't be any less than. Well, I guess he could be less than 215, but he can't be any more than 285.
Right.
Yeah.
And when I was in school, my freshman year, it was 189, 189 and heavyweight. With the limit at 285. Well, I remember the summer of my sophomore year, the article came out in the Plain Dealer that it was they added the 215-pound weight class, which I was right around there. One of my best friends, Nick Porowski, who was a state qualifier for North Ridgeville, it was 189 pounds, and I couldn't beat him. Or it was one of those things like it depended on the day of the week. And I didn't want to wrestle heavyweight because I was only weighing about 210 pounds at the time. And then the 215 weight class was born, so I said they created it just for me.
Yeah. Well, that's good to, hang your hat on. Maybe they did, Joel.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I heard about the Joel Melvin legend coming into today, so that just adds to it.
That's right. The creator of the 215-pound weight class. That's it. I'll ride that one.
So we're ready to wrestle at 165 pounds, and we've got Avon Lake and Avon. These two school districts compete in everything. If it's wrestling or if it's choral performance or if it's power of the pen or who gets their parking lots plowed first. I mean, these two school districts go at each other, and they make themselves better.
Yeah, they. I have a couple of nephews that compete for Avon, and so I'm very familiar with the Beat North and the Beat South logos. And I was just at the Avon Lake basketball game last night, so the rivalry is real.
This is Jack Schumacher for Avon High School. Schumacher in the black, purple, and gold singlet. Schumacher is here as the number 2 seed, and he got a pin in his first match. He beat Morris Ross of Berea Mid Park, pinned him in 31 seconds, and then a decision over Midview's Braden Lehman.
Quick takedown with back points up. Get the 3 takedown, and we might get some back points, at least 2. Yep, there it is.
And I think Schumacher got hit in the forehead on that takedown. He was holding his forehead as he went down.
Yeah.
And this might work out in his favor because he was in a bad spot.
Not good, right. Yeah, sometimes just giving up the points for the stoppage is a good thing.
Now, I got to ask you, Joel, because I've been out of the mix wrestling-wise for some time now as far as, in a wrestling room, on a mat. But they used to break ammonia capsules. Larry Rowe, my high school varsity wrestling coach, and they'd put it right up in a situation like this where you just got hit in the noggin, just going to kind of wake you up a little bit. They'd put the ammonia capsule right underneath your nose. Do they do that anymore?
No, they don't do that anymore.
Is that not allowed?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was like a regular thing.
Yeah, I don't think you'd have a job for long these days if you did that, because, and we know how serious any blow to the head can be. We're back. When you were competing, even when I was competing, it was just that you got your bell rung, right? So that's the ammonia because it just smelled to the high heavens.
Right.
And,
woke you up in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it sure did. But, yeah, I don't think anybody's doing that these days. All right, Schumacher going down. I noticed here that that Peace he hasn't been on the mat very long today. He had to buy the first round and then had a 27-second pin in the semifinals.
Luke on the year, undefeated in Southwestern Conference duels. 7 matches, 7 wins. Just a junior, 37-5 on the season coming into this moment right
having
now.
A nice leg cradle there.
Look at that.
Oh, wow, that is tight.
That is impossible. to get out of it.
That is tight, and I think we're
And
going to
the
get a
pin's
fall.
coming. There it is.
Yeah.
So that's a minute 7. So it's longer than 27 seconds,
Yeah.
but not much.
He still has not finished the first period today.
Caden, or rather Luke Peace, 38-5 on the year, 4th in the Southwestern Conference a year ago as a sophomore, and now a Southwestern Conference champion as a junior.
Yeah, that was a great showing.
We're going to go right to 175. Both the first and second place and the third and fourth place matches were decided quickly. Center mat at 175, we've got Avon Lake High School against Amherst.
So I think, what I was talking about earlier, if you get a good shot of the Amherst coaching staff right now, definitely two legends of the sport. You got the guy on the left is the legendary coach Dan Turnus from Lorraine Southview, who had just solid teams back in the mid to late 80s and 90s and 2000s. And then on the right-hand side, you got Tom Milkovich of the legendary Milkovich family. Oh, nice move there by Vasquez. But any wrestling fan would just be in awe of those two guys just to listen to stories.
I've always loved my interactions with Dan and Tom Turnus over the years, brothers. So wrestling for Avon Lake and trying to get points on top right now is Ide Omoy Juantho. And Ide Omoy Juantho on the season, 7-0 in duels. He hurt his knee this year, so he's been in and out of the lineup.
It's close here. Who's going to come out on top? What a
And
back and
no
forth.
points yet.
Wow. Yeah, both guys just kind of going for the whole thing.
This is the 1 against the 2. Ide, the number 1 seed, Isaac, the number 2 seed.
Yeah, a story about Isaac Vasquez. I believe it was, what year is he? Is he a junior? Or no, what is Vasquez? I think he's a junior or sophomore. So a few years ago, we were in this very gym, the middle school championships. He was wrestling for a championship, and went to hit a double leg and had an unfortunate, probably one of the worst injuries I've ever seen. Broke his leg, snapped it right when he had the guy in the air, and it looked awful. And for him to have such a serious injury like that, and just a couple years later, he's out here on the mat.
He's out here competing.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, let alone.
Yeah, I didn't think, just
would
by
be-
looking at it,
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to wrestle again. I talked to his coach, and I was like, is he ever going to come back from that? And he goes, yeah, he will. And then the next year you saw him, and here he is wrestling for championship again here in Midview's gym.
175, championship bout, championship match. 42 seconds left in this first period. Vasquez with a and he got himself into trouble.
Yes, he
Ide
did.
with a turn, and he's got Vasquez on his back. So they're going to give him 3 back points and, of course, the 3 takedown points. It'll jump 6-0. Now it's 6-1 on the Vasquez escape.
Little cross body shot there by Vasquez, trying to throw the Avon Lake wrestler off.
So let me ask you this, Joel. Is Ide from Avon Lake just wrestling defensively right now, waiting for Vasquez to just do something that he can turn into points?
Yeah, I think what he's doing, he's getting a feel for Vasquez. He knows that Vasquez is a thrower, right? So you're going to get in on those ties. As you can see, they're both strong individuals, but you get in there and you just feel your opponent out, and it could backfire on you, but right now he's doing a great job of just countering what Vasquez is doing.
I'm Ron Yance. My partner's Joel Melvin. Joel, 5 years, head varsity wrestling coach at North Ridgeville High School. He was an assistant at Elyria High School for years under Eric Burnett, an assistant at Southview High School for years. He got Dan and Tom Turnus in their year before retirement, and then coached for the legendary Billy Kopp. Billy wasn't a bad high school wrestler.
Yeah, he's pretty solid.
Yeah. Boy, everybody at Southview. I remember I wrestled a 98-pounder from Southview, Bobby Romero, in my first year varsity wrestling, and he was a state qualifier. And, man, he was lightning fast. Do you remember that name, Bobby Romero?
I know the
That's
name.
a long time ago.
Yeah. When I was there, let's take down there.
Takedown for Ide of Avon Lake.
You know, at Southview, you have no choice but to learn the history there. One, because a lot of those guys come back in the room and you get to know them.
Juggy Franklin, Bobby Taylor, you can mention
Jimmy
a lot
James,
of names.
The Taylor brothers, Billy, all led by Dan Turnus and Tommy Turnus and good old Pepe Ruiz. This funny story about Tom Turnus. We were at the district tournament in Ashland. Oh, he's looking to lock the cradle up. He might get it.
He's up 9-2,
Yeah.
Ide is. 45 seconds left in this second period. Ide came into this match 7-0 in duels and 14-0 in the regular
The
season.
escape
As I
there.
mentioned, battling some knee injuries. He
Yeah.
hasn't wrestled a whole lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're Tommy Turner.
Yeah, Tom Turnus. So there's Ashland's gym before they built the nice field house is very small, and they had a district tournament there. And the entire gym was filled, and there was one seat open, and it was in front of Tom Turnus in the whole gym. So I go and I sit down in front of Tommy, and next thing you know, he's got me in a chokehold.
I saw that one
Yeah.
coming. Vasquez
Yeah.
with a deep
That's
single.
a nice shot.
Trying to turn it into points, but Ide is really holding on, and he's just got one more second to
That's
hold
the end
on.
of the period.
And
Yep.
that's the end of the period. So a period break between second and third.
So
Turnus has you in a
he's
chokehold.
got me in a chokehold. Everybody's laughing, and I remember just telling him, now I know why that seat's open. Yeah.
And listen, I can't visualize, or I can't tell you. Tom Turnus not a big guy.
No, he's not.
Little guy.
No.
My partner Joel Melvin, big dude.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he
I could see Tom like hanging on above
Yeah.
your shoulders
Yeah.
on that chokehold.
Well, I was in the front row, and Tommy was in the second row. So he was a little bit above me, and I let my guard down.
Yeah.
And Tom Turnus took full advantage of that.
Isaac Vasquez
Ooh,
trying to
trying to
get some
throw.
points back. Down 12-3 as we just seconds into this third period.
He's got that whizzer in there. That's nice pressure there. Let's see what's going to happen. Avon Lake wrestler doing a really good job keeping his hips back. Oh, there you
Now he'll fight off his
see
back.
what happens here.
And it could turn into
Wow,
more points
lot of
for.
scrambling.
And there's going to be 3 back points for Avon Lake's Ide Omoy Juantho.
Yeah, that he lucked out there because there's an old rule that says you never step over a whizzer, and he almost found out the hard way. But when you have 2 scramblers like that.
Omoy Juantho came to Avon Lake from Shaker Heights. And Scott Sedlick and his dad, John, are very thankful for that move.
Yeah, I would say so. It's always nice when you have
When
a
one
move
drops
in.
out of the
Yeah,
sky?
right, right.
It's 17-3. IJ with the lead, and he's just 25 seconds away from a Southwestern Conference championship at 175 pounds. Partner, do you have the updated team totals on
I'll
your
get it for you.
handy-dandy cell phone?
Mobile device, those newfangled smartphones. Yeah, so Avon Lake is in a commanding lead, over 100 points.
The lead is over 100.
Yeah, they have 219. Illyria's in second at 129.5. Olmsted Falls is back in third with at 112.5, and then Avon in fourth with 107.5.
We have 3 championship matches left. We'll take a quick break. We'll go to Cobos Insurance Center. We'll be back with the Varsity 190. Oh. Actually, we're gonna bring the man on.
Look at we have a
He's
celebrity
standing right
in here.
behind us.
Yeah, we have a celebrity
Snuck
here.
in. So, Joel, why don't you throw the headsets on Bob here? Bob Cobos joining us from our perch over the championship match. Bob, let's start as we start the 190-pound championship. We've got Landon Kunzelman from Avon Lake High School and Lucas Hewitt from Olmsted Falls in this 190-pound final. Let's start with some thanks. Thank you very much for Cobos Insurance. Not only today doing what you've done for us to broadcast and bring you some great wrestling here in Lorain County, but, you know, historically with the Cobos tournament in Avon Lake and just Cobos being a friend of WEOL over the years. So thanks very much, Bob.
No, you're very welcome. I absolutely love the sport and love being with WEOL. You guys, associated with you guys.
Bob, tell us a little bit about your background in wrestling, why wrestling has been such a, you know, close place in your heart.
Actually, I wrestled for North Ridgeville. I was hurt all the time, and in my heart of hearts, I wanted to wrestle and be successful. You just do what you can do. But I've always loved the sport, the one-on-one competition. My brother-in-law wrestled, my dad wrestled, my father-in-law wrestled, and my son wrestled. So I've always been around the sport for many, many, many years. I followed it when my brother wrestled when I was in the Army. I'd come home, I'd fly home to watch him wrestle, and then I'd fly right back. So I've been around it for a long time.
Well, I would imagine that family get-togethers at the Cobos house are quite entertaining then if you got all those guys, you know, all that wrestling prowess.
It is usually some agreements and some disagreements. Yeah, there's you know, we were arguing about the Penn State-Ohio State last night. And like everything else, it's just.
So who won that duel? Penn State in a runaway, or?
Oh my God!
I didn't see it. I haven't.
Ohio State scored 3 points.
Oh yeah, I mean Penn State.
Yeah,
you know, Penn State's second and third teams could be runner-ups to national champion Penn State first team.
They're incredible.
No points, by the way, yet in this match. Yeah. Kunzelman now just earned 3 takedown points.
Yes. No,
so, have you ever gone to an Ohio State match with Tom Evans, our friend?
No, I haven't, but I will tell you, I went with the president of Ohio Mutual. We sat right in front. It was so much. Last year at the Ohio State versus Penn State, and he's an Ohio State fan. I said, I told him, I kind of like Penn State. And he goes, well, it's okay. We're going to sit up front, and we're going to have a great time.
It's okay. Well, it's a good time to be a Penn State Nittany Lion fan of wrestling because Cale Sanderson is just an unbelievable work there at Penn State.
He's done tremendous. They won their 85th dual meet in a row yesterday.
85 dual meets in a row.
It's an incredible record now. He's going to lose one of these days, but God knows, not this year.
This is the 190-pound championship. Kunzelman on the bottom right now for Avon Lake with a takedown in that first period. He's up 3-0 over Lance Hewitt from Olmsted Falls. Landon Kunzelman, a senior, 36-7 his senior year coming into this match, and he's now up 4-0 with that escape. Let me ask you a total shot in the dark here, Bob. When you mentioned you wrestled at North Ridgeville High School, was your wrestling coach Dick Bliss?
Dick Bliss was my initial coach, and then we had John Bianchi.
Oh, I know both of those guys. So Dick Bliss is my wife's uncle. So Dick Bliss went on to Aurora High School, legendary coach there.
Absolutely.
And Dick is, like an uncle to me, Ohio State guy himself. And then John Bianchi. When John was your wrestling coach, he was Arthur Fonzarelli to all of us here at Midview High School. Jet black hair, long, parted on the side, put some grease on it.
That's right.
Always wore a black, mid-length leather jacket. Was Bianchi that cool when he was your wrestling coach?
He was the same way, only he didn't take any stuff. He was a strict disciplinarian.
Kunzelman's in trouble, Bob.
Oh, man.
He's the favorite here and the leader in this match in the second period, and he's fighting for his life right now.
I'll tell you what, Avon Lake's got a nice team. They have a nice team. They've had a good year. Had a good year last year. And they've got a nice biddy program. So I think they're going to continue.
Bob, I got so excited describing the look of John Bianchi, I knocked my bracket sheets all over the place.
John's a great guy. I was there when he was inducted into the Lorain County Hall of Fame. He was he was a great guy.
Well, you said he didn't take anything from anybody, and he was that way when he was here at Midview High School as a principal.
Yeah.
I mean, you knew you had to toe the line around Mr. Bianchi. So we got 2 seconds left now at the end of the period, the second period. Hewitt with that late move took a 4-0 lead, or 4-0 deficit, and it's 6-5 Kunzelman as we head into the third and final period. Bob, what's your favorite part about wrestling? Is it just the hand-to-hand combat, basically, the wrestler against wrestler?
Absolutely. It's one-on-one. Win, lose, draw. You can't blame anybody.
No.
you can't.
And Bob, what I love about it is they shake hands at the end.
That's right.
And they respect the heck out of each other.
That's right.
Rarely do you see two wrestlers get after it after the match is over.
Even if they don't like each other, They'll shake hands, it's the rule, and walk off.
Yep.
And it's the best. You go out, you compete, you do whatever you can, and when it's over, just move on. That's all.
We've got Bob Kobos joining us here, Matt's side, for the Southwestern Conference Championship Finals. Kobos Insurance, of course, our title sponsor for this Southwestern Conference. Bob, this is our maiden voyage, so to speak. WEOL.com, the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. There's been a switch in the media presentation with WEOL and the Chronicle Telegram. This year, all of our broadcasts are broadcast on the television broadcast on the YouTube channel. We did football, we did basketball, and we're so thankful for you for being interested in doing this today.
I'll do it as long as I can. I will tell you, I enjoy it. I still love all the high school sports, football, but wrestling's my favorite.
Yeah.
I absolutely love wrestling, and I wish all these guys, all these kids that step on the mat, a lot of them may continue into the tournaments and then finish up at the sectionals, or may continue, onto the districts and states. And I give them all credit because they deserve it.
It's a tough sport.
Absolutely.
I think I'm biased, but I think it's the toughest one out there.
I agree.
Inside a minute left in this match, and it's a tight one. Kunzelman's on top, and he's holding on, and I literally mean he's got a wrist around the waist. He's holding on to a 1-point lead right now over Hewitt from Olmsted Falls. This is where strength meets exhaustion,
yes.
And we'll find out what's going to win, right?
Yes, determination.
Both guys absolutely spent at this point, just trying to figure out a way to finish.
If the guy in the bottom can get up and score 1 point, put into overtime, then you really got a match.
Kunzelman doing a great job, I think, Bob, keeping pressure on both the hips of Hewitt and on his shoulder blades, just keeping him flat on the mat.
Plus, he's got beastly strength, too.
So this is an opportunity for Hewitt. They called a stalemate. They're going to bring him back to center mat. So Hewitt with an opportunity to escape. And we've got 15 seconds left. Kunzelman trying to hold on. Hewitt trying to get out. If he gets out, the match is tied. Kunzelman still with a leg at the edge of the mat. Is it a reversal? Is it an escape? Nothing has been called yet. 1 second. Bingo. End of match.
Oh wow.
My. What a finish at 190 pounds.
Wow. Well earned, well deserved.
Bob, you got to hang around, man. That's your first match. You joined us on the broadcast, and look what happened. I mean, we could just tell Joel Melvin to take a hike.
No, Joel's the man. Joel's the man. He's
man, those guys are both out of breath. Man, they earned it. That was a controversial.
I don't want to say anything, but I think so. Yeah. I thought go to OT. It's okay.
Ridgeville or Olmsted Falls is still upset about it. Oh. And you got Burkhardt, whose father Clay, Bryce and Clay. I mean, that's a legendary family like Turnus's and Rose and others. And he is not happy about how that match ended. But you move on, and it's the varsity 215. And what a match this is. And here's maybe one of the best wrestlers in the state for Avon. It's Ian Engelhardt. And, just to give you a little bit of insight on Engelhardt, he dropped down from heavy, Bob, to wrestle at 215 in the Southwestern Conference Championships. And he has done nothing but pin people. He's got 130 wins in his career, and he's a senior. 113 of those 130 are pins.
Wow.
113 of the 130 wins are pins.
Midview had a kid that was a champion, a heavier weight. I can't think of his name. I think he went to Cleveland State. What was his name, Joel? That Midview boy that wrestled here, super strong, went to Cleveland State, I believe. Yes. Yes.
So this is Pablo Sassin for Avon Lake. Pablo's only loss in conference duels this year was to the wrestler he's wrestling right now, Engelhardt. Ian's going to take him down, let him back up.
I bet money Engelhardt's a football player too.
Ian trying to tie him up top, works that single leg and another takedown. Let's see if he pushes him out.
Oh, maybe not.
Going to try to run that.
Yep.
He's got a wing and a half, and Sassin's just going to try to stay off his back. They're going to say that's a situation that they want to stop. So they'll come back to center mat. I was talking to Ian's high school football coach, Mike Elder, earlier this morning. Mike was on a plane ride to Florida, so our ability to talk to each other a lot was limited, but he said he absolutely loves Ian Engelhardt. Ian, part of the 2-time defending state champion football team there at Avon.
What a program. What a program over there.
Avon Lake trying to win their 4th straight Southwestern Conference team championship. Tomorrow, Bob, I don't know if you know this, actually today, when Coach Sedlick, Scott and his dad John, and the rest of the staff and these wrestlers, and we're one match away from this being over, and Engelhardt's going to end this one quickly with a pin. That's the period whistle.
Saved by the whistle.
Saved by the whistle. But Avon Lake's going to get in a bus and travel down to Marysville. They're in the state duels.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, that's big time. You got Paris St. Graham, you got St. Edward, you've got a school out of Dublin Kaufman, and Avon Lake, Division I state duels. What a feather in the cap for Scott Sedlick.
Dublin Kaufman is the school to beat this year.
Are they really?
Yeah, Ed's got a young team, but they're going to meet Ed's first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll have a.
Are you driving down to Marysville too to watch the state duels?
No. I usually go to the state duels, but my mother-in-law's birthday, so we're staying home and taking her out.
How did you get out on Valentine's Day to join us here today?
I worked half a day. I'll tell her I'm still at work.
All right. Engelhardt with a commanding 12, now 15-2 lead with that takedown here in the second period, just seconds into the second period, trying to work the cradle, and he's getting in pretty tight, Joel, on that cradle. I don't care how big you are. At 215 pounds, if you get cradled up by, somebody else who's just as big and strong as you, it's tough to get out of. But somehow Sassine got out of that.
Some big boys.
Some big guys. They're going to check Sassine here. I made the comment earlier when they were, checking to see if everybody's okay, get banged in the head, or you get, a little nose issue. They used to break ammonia capsules when I was in high school, late 70s and 80s. Yes. And my partner here, Joel, said it was almost like taboo to talk about. Don't.
Is that right?
Yeah.
you probably get fired.
Probably get fired, he said, for something like that.
My son was in Biddy Wrestling. We used to always carry a makeup kit and paper so we can go on the mat and they go, has anybody on the team got the bug or whatever? And you go like, you go like, what's wrong with that kid? He's got all these different colors on his body. Yeah.
Bob Kobos, our title sponsor, Kobos Insurance. Bob, what was the makeup kit for?
If somebody had, let's say, what do you call it? A ringworm.
You could cover it up.
Even if it was already, past the thing, it's still at the scar.
Okay.
You cover it up.
Cover it up. Well,
yeah.
All the secrets being revealed here today. It's past the what do they call that when you can't be charged of a crime anymore? It's the statute of limitations are off on ammonia capsules and makeup to cover up ringworm.
I won't even go into how we made guys. I saw some guys make weight when I was at North Ridgeville. We had. No, I'm not even going to tell you.
Sassine with a shot at a double leg, and Engelhardt takes him off the mat. Bob?
We had guys that were North Ridgeville weighing in for a tournament that we used to have at North Ridgeville, and he was overweight by 10 pounds. We're all standing around when all of a sudden he got lifted up from behind, and I go, they said, then somebody whispered to me, do not move. And I saw that.
And there's the pin. Ian Engelhardt with his 114th pin and his 131st career win.
Wow.
That's an amazing record by Ian Engelhardt.
Wow.
And he's a conference champion once again. So finish your story, Bob.
He made weight. He was 10 pounds over.
Yeah,
they picked him up. And I go, are you kidding? And later, we still talk about it to this day.
We've got one championship match left, and it's at heavyweight. They list these guys at 285 pounds. That's the max you can weigh at heavy.
Wow.
And we've got an Avon and Olmsted Falls matchup here at heavyweight. For heavyweight, it's Derek Weitzel for Avon. Now, Weitzel just got the nod to wrestle in the Southwestern Conference at heavy because Ian Engelhardt was always the heavyweight for the Eagles this year, and he went down to 215. And, you get the nod, you say, hey, we're going to wrestle your son at heavy, and boom, he's here in the championship final. Not bad work.
That's good. Let him get it on. I'm with you. Let's go.
just a sophomore, is Weitzel. I asked his coach, Mark Jane, I said, what's his strength? He goes, he's strong. A 285 pounder. I mean, what 285 guy isn't strong? I mean, I guarantee you,
Mark and Frank,
Joshua Hartman, let's see, he's wrestling Nathan Scheffler. I guarantee you, Nathan's strong too.
Yeah. Mr. Jane is a great guy. So is his son, Mark. Great
Frank
guys.
Jane,
Yes.
Mark Jane, Elyria High, St. Edward. Frank's here today. I saw him.
I saw him too,
Matt's
yeah.
side. You know, you got Milkovich, you got Jane, you've got Burkhart, you got Turnus. Boy, you got a lot of
I know,
names here today.
yes. You know, Turnus was an awesome wrestler for Elyria.
So when you get to this point, you know, it's not the 106 pounders, 113 pounders anymore. You see a lot of this, right? Hand fighting, position up top, trying to get some sort of leverage.
It's all strategic.
Yes.
Joel Melvin behind Bob Kobos and I saying it's all strategic. You know, we can probably make this a 3-person broadcast because Joel and I can stand right next to each
Here, you want to
other.
wear this, Joel? Here.
No, Bob, you keep it on.
no,
Joel and I are going to share this microphone.
Right.
So, I mean, Joel, you're a big guy. When you wrestled, what weight class?
215.
So what's happening here when you said it's all strategic? What are these two guys trying to do?
So you're going to go and you're going to try to get inside control, which right now the Olmsted Falls wrestler is doing. But you're also just trying to work the head down and get them underneath you. Because the one place you don't want to be when you're a big guy is underneath another big guy. Because you're going to go flat on the mat and most likely get turned.
And quickly it can change.
Oh, yeah, in the blink of an eye. So, you know, a lot of times right there you see just banging on the head. You know, that guy, the Avon kid's pretty courageous for trying to possibly take a shot. But you'll see that a lot of what they call jab fakes to try to get the heavyweight off balance. And then it's always banging on the head, working your underhooks, and just, try to work the guy down to the mat.
10 seconds left in this opening period. It's Weitzel and Scheffler wrestling for this heavyweight championship. Ron Yance, Joel Melvin, along with Bob Kobos on the air right now. We've got Jared Kozar, our on-site producer, with us all day long. And then Gary Pelter doing great work running the camera. It was Scheffler that won the flip, and he chose to go down. And when you're a heavy and you choose to go down in the second period, is that because you want to be on top in the third, or does it have more to do with the second period?
I think it's, you want to get the point, right? But they must feel that he's good enough to go down to get up to get that point. Because as we just talked about, if you're underneath a big guy for a long period of time, it's exhausting.
And Weitzel is pounding on the right elbow of Scheffler right now. Bob, have you ever been hit that hard?
Have
you been hit
yes.
that hard?
I had it.
I mean, your wrestling family that you talked about.
Actually, when I was at North Ridgeville, when I was in the Army, they had a guy by the name of Newman, who was a heavyweight. And when he fell on me one time, it was like having a truck roll on you. It was like, yes. I thought I had to go get hospitalized. No, the heavyweights are strong, they're thick, and when they're in a mood, they'll put you away. Oh, this Olmsted Falls boy has got to get up and get out of there.
So the one thing you're seeing, those are some pretty hard arm chops, which is kind of breaking Scheffler down like Weitzel wants. But just like with the light guys, in the blink of an eye, like you could see Scheffler put that outside knee up and have just enough energy to explode and get that 1 point. But right now, this is exhausting for both guys. What you don't want to do is kind of work out to the front like that because it takes the pressure off.
We've got 43 seconds left in this second period. We are scoreless in the heavyweight championship final. Can you get too exhausted in this second period?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could. And then that could play into Weitzel's favor in the third period. But as you can see, they're both breathing pretty heavy. So, they're both strong boys. They got thick lower bodies. They're solid up top. So this could come down to this could be one of those matches that go the all of overtime. As you see in college where you have the ride outs and the 30-second intervals. But we'll see.
Bob Kobos, our title sponsor, Kobos Insurance, joining us for the last 3 matches today. Joel Melvin, what's happening now?
He's scrambling. Oh, man, it was Sheffley almost made his way out where I was just talking about, where Weitzel kind of got a little bit too far out front and took the pressure off. And as a heavyweight, you wait for that to happen. But here he goes. He's in the tripod.
Wow.
Time ran out.
Joel Melvin, longtime head wrestling coach at North Ridgeville High School, key assistant for Eric Burnett at Elyria, key assistant for Billy Kopp at Southview High School, our wrestling analyst today. Gary Pelter on camera doing great work, giving us this championship mat, and Jared Kozar producing today's environment. It's been a lot of fun. We got 2 minutes left in our final match of the day, and this is a good one to end on, scoreless.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, he throws the boot in. Oh, locking hands.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, man,
there it is.
that's giving a point away.
That's one. Wow.
Yeah, so Sheffley was struggling with the forward pressure there, and Weitzel did enough to come up. And
so Weitzel's going to get a point on the locking hands.
So now, are you better off, Bob, I'll ask this to you, you better off to kick him, to go up 2-0 and hope you can get a takedown, or ride him out?
I think he's really tired. He crawled back. This kid had to push him forward and try to crank him.
Work to flatten him out?
He couldn't even stand. He crawled to the center of the mat. He should put him on his back.
Sheffley trying to sneak in a cradle there, and Weitzel got out of it.
Yep, there we got
there
a reversal.
Okay.
Yeah, he was trying to get the cradle, but he didn't go over top of the head. He was more over top of the shoulder, which allowed Weitzel to come up and get the reversal.
That's the match.
That's the match.
That's the match.
So
right
it's
there.
3-0 Weitzel. Bob Kobos has called it with 1:15 left in the third period. That's the match.
Bob's seen a lot of wrestling in his day. He knows when.
And I've been pinned a lot too, so I know. So I would know when the end
Bob,
is near.
when I go home tonight, I'm going to call Dick Bliss, and I'm going to tell him that I was joined by you today on our wrestling broadcast.
Yeah.
He wrestled at North Ridgeville High School for Dick Bliss at
Yes.
the beginning of his career,
Yeah.
and Bliss is my wife's uncle.
He's in Florida, isn't he?
It's a small
Yeah,
world.
Put-in Bay and
Yeah,
Florida.
Florida,
Florida
yes.
right now.
Yes.
So I've known Bob a long time, and when I took over as the head coach at Ridgeville, we had an alumni night, and Bob was a big help to that, and getting in touch with some former Ranger wrestlers, and yeah, we had a really good time then. I had the old reel to reel, I think,
Yes.
right? And we had some old
Very
videos
nice.
and pictures, and
Yes.
just celebrated the past history of North Ridgeville wrestling. So
Ms. Bianchi showed up that night.
yeah, it was a really good night.
Yes.
So it's 3-0 Weitzel from Avon on top, literally on top, and then in the lead as well. We've got 32 seconds left in this last championship match of the afternoon from Midview High School. Avon Lake had a commanding lead, and I say commanding team point lead. Last time Joel Melvin, my partner, looked, the Shoremen were up over 100 team points, and he's checking it now.
228 to 131.5.
And who's in second place with 131.5? Elyria High School. So Avon Lake's going to win their 4th straight Southwestern Conference Team Championship. They're going to get on a bus, and they're going to head down to Marysville, I think, for the state duels.
That's it.
Congratulations.
And that's it.
That's it.
Congratulations,
So
Avon
Weitzel
Lake.
called up as a sophomore to
Yeah.
wrestle heavy in the Southwestern Conference Championships, ends up winning the whole thing. That's quite a story.
Congratulations to him.
Bob, we're going to keep you here for a second, and
Okay.
we're going to try to get Scott Sedlick to join us before he jumps on the bus. But
Okay.
Bob, once again, thank you for all
Oh,
that you're doing.
no,
for,
you're very welcome.
You
No
know,
problem.
obviously high school wrestling, but just high school sports in general in Lorain
no
County.
problem. Thank
and
you.
your support to WEOL and everything that you've done for so long. We're so grateful.
You guys do a great job. I appreciate you guys. Thank
All right.
you.
And again, good luck at the next family gathering.
Yes,
with
that's tomorrow.
all of those former wrestlers.
That's tomorrow. Yeah.
Maybe we should broadcast that, Jared Kozar. Yeah. We'll
That's
take a
tomorrow.
timeout,
Okay.
and we'll hear more from Kobos Insurance Center in this timeout, and we're going to see if we can get somebody to come up here from Avon Lake and join us. Bob, thanks a lot.
You're very welcome.
Bob Kobos.
Okay, thank you.
He is about to leave the building, ladies.
Well, I
and
hope
Thank
I-
you.
I scaled like some kind of mountain. I thought,
Yeah.
I hope you have an easier way down.
We don't. You got it. We don't.
Jared, nice to see you.
Scott Sedlick's coming up. Scott's going to join us. Let's put Scott on right now.
Great job, man. Great job.
Thank you, Bob. So we're going to stay with the broadcast. My partner, Gary Pelter, is going to turn around. So Scott, I'm glad you combed your hair because you're on television now. So
I did cut my hair.
Got all that work done. Joel, stay in here. We can work this out. First of all, Scott, congratulations. Final team totals were well over 100 points. I think you guys won the team championship by.
Oh, yeah.
You felt good coming in, didn't you? About your opportunity.
I did. We got a lot of tough kids, and the dual meets kind of show you where you're at and how you should finish at this tournament. So we did feel pretty confident, but you got still go there and wrestle.
Yeah. So how do you, obviously the SWC is one of the tougher conferences in the state of Ohio. It's definitely a good precursor to the postseason. How do you feel by how your team wrestled today? How does this set you up for sectionals and then even further?
Yeah, they wrestled well. I mean, there's some matches that we lost that I thought we could have won either way. But overall, we want the competition. They lose here, it's fine. They lose here, it happens. You build on that. You go back, watch the film, figure out what's going on. And then, tomorrow we're going to go wrestle a whole bunch of really tough schools as well. Right. And, top teams in the state and see how we do against those guys. And we'll get back to the drawing board, have a couple weeks, figure some things out, train, get better, and then make the push at the end.
What sectional did you guys pick?
Well, we host our sectional,
yeah. That's right, got it, yeah.
Scott, I would imagine at this point in the program that you have built from, very humble beginnings. When you first took over, I think you guys won one dual meet in your first year, and you've now won something like 34 dual meets in a row or something like that. But there's an expectation level, isn't there, right now at Avon Lake? And it's high.
Yeah, I think that the culture of the kids and where they're at, they believe they should be there. And if you believe and you keep pushing that every year, and the same kids and the senior leadership, and it gets trickle down effect through the years when they come in, it becomes the expectation, that's what we're going to do. It's not, can we do this? Are we going to do this? It's, this is what we do. And that's the culture you have to try to build, is that you have to have them think that they are going to be the best no matter what happens.
To really drive home a point on that, 14 weight classes. You didn't have a heavy today, so 13. You had 9 wrestlers wrestling for a championship, first and second, and you had 3 others wrestling for third or fourth. So of your 13 weight classes that you came in wrestling, 12 of those were in the championship finals. That's pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that speaks for itself. I don't know what else I can say.
You don't need to comment on it. I just wanted to make the point, Joel.
Right, yeah. And Scott, we've known each other for years now. We both came in together, and we were able to see, we were kind of at the same level, right? And then you had, just talk a little bit about, just how important the youth and the middle school has been to your success.
Oh, very important. I mean, we have over 100 kids in our youth program. When I first took over the program, we had 33. And I was like, this is not good. This is not a sustainable model to keep winning. So we had to get the numbers up. We got the numbers up, and we've had 80 to 100 kids every year since then. And then junior high, we usually have between 25 and 30, and those guys are coaching. And, all those coaches that are hired there are all pretty much part of our system. They go through what we do with coaches trainings. They know what we want, and that's what we do. I mean, that's just how it goes.
Scott, we got awards presentations going on right now, the podium with the individual champions and all we want to let you get down there and be with your team.
That'd be great.
Congratulations today.
I appreciate you guys.
Good
awesome
luck.
Coming.
Good
Thank
luck
you guys for coming.
State duels.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Joel and I will be in contact with you as the season progresses and tournaments.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Scott Sedlick, the head wrestling coach of the Avon Lake Shoremen, champions again in the Southwestern Conference in dominating fashion. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll wrap up our maiden voyage for high school wrestling, brought to you live on the YouTube channel of the Elyria Chronicle Telegram and streamed on WEOL.com.
Thank you all for watching, and it's our pleasure to bring you Lorain County Wrestling on WEOL.com. For more online, visit us at KobosINS.com. Thank you.
For us, our wrapping up, just zoom in on that podium, Gary. Thank you. You did a great job today.
Turn this!
Fall is the season of change, and when things change in your life, be sure you have the best protection for what matters most to you. At the Kobos Insurance Agency, we're committed to helping you select the best insurance to accommodate the changing needs in your life. That's why Kobos recommends Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. Since 1901, Ohio Mutual has been keeping the promises that secure dreams. Find us online at kobosins.com. We'd love to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best companies like Ohio Mutual.
Dan Turnus, the legend of the Southview Saints, him and his brother Tom, saying hi to us in the booth. He took a shot at me.
Yeah, he did.
Took his hat off.
Typical Turnus fashion.
And said, "Ron, you're getting gray, buddy."
Yeah. Yeah, he took a shot at me last night. So, I mean,
Dan Turnus, you go straight home now.
He's going to Florida. That's where he's going. Yep. He's flying out of here, and he's going golfing down in Florida.
I think he said 3:45.
Yeah.
You better hurry up.
Right, he's out of here.
I mean, because, Turnus, they're going to have to check him at security. You better get going.
Yeah, I bet. He looks suspicious.
Well, no, he's got all those plates in his ankle and his shoulders and his hips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Dan's like the $10 million man. He's been put together a couple of times. I can take shots at him because he doesn't have
he's
a microphone
away.
to
Right,
talk
he's
back.
out of here. Right, but he's 100% knows we're talking about him.
So Gary Pelter's got a shot right now of the championship podium, the first, second, third, and fourth place award winners. And partner, why don't you call up again the team totals on your trusty phone?
Yeah, so we had, I'll give them all. We have finishing in 8th place was Midview with 61 points. 7th was Amherst
They had a
Steel.
champion? The Middies
They
had a
did.
champion?
Yep, Carson Morris.
Yep.
Amherst finished in 7th with 82.5 points. North Ridgeville finished in 6th with 85.5 points. Berea Mid Park was in 5th with 97. 4th place, Olmsted Falls with 112.5. And 3rd place, Avon High School with 118.5. Your runners-up, your SWC runners-up, no stranger to the top of the standings, Elyria High School with 131.5. And then Avon Lake winning it with 228 points.
Yeah, that was a commanding win.
Yeah.
As we talked to Coach Sedlick afterwards, he had 12 of his 13 wrestlers today were 9 of them wrestling for first or second, and 3 of them wrestling for third or fourth. That's depth.
Yeah.
And that'll be tested tomorrow when they head down to the state duels.
Oh, yeah. And if I heard correct, did Bob say that they're wrestling St. Ed's first round?
St. Ed first round, yeah. You got St. Paris Graham, you got Brecksville, you got Dublin Kaufman.
Yeah.
A lot of really, really good programs. Partner, Joel Melvin, my partner, longtime wrestling coach in Lorain County, high school wrestler himself, called you on, Wednesday.
I think it was Wednesday, yeah.
And said, "Are you available?" You go, "Ron, I'm getting on a flight from Denver to Cleveland. Let me call you in 3 hours," and you did. And, man, we're so grateful that you were available today because you did a great job.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. This is great. Still trying to figure out my life without wrestling. So, this was fantastic to be able to come out and be a part of. My wife may say I need to get back into coaching again, so I get out of the house and stop bugging her. But this has been really great, and I appreciate you calling me. And anytime you need me, I'm here.
Well, you did a great job. Tom Evans loves you. He's probably, saluting you with a pint somewhere in Wales, England right now.
Although he might be sleeping. It's, 9:30.
Tommy never sleeps.
No, he doesn't. No,
not when he's on vacation.
No, I'm surprised we didn't get a text yet.
I want to thank, I'm really surprised we haven't gotten a text. I want to thank Dan May, the Director of Athletics here at Tom Evans just sent Jared a picture, and Tom looks like he's having a great time.
I don't know if we're going to post that.
We won't even describe it. We'll just say the former wrestler, former rugby player, knows how to have a good time when he's with his buddies from college. So I want to thank Dan May, the Director of Athletics here at Midview High School. Did a great job putting on this tournament. Was very helpful to us to be here today. We want to honor Greg Rowe, who was honored today as a Southwestern Conference coach's honor as
the last man standing on the stage.
And Greg's
sitting.
announcing, right now. And want to thank Paul Glazer, who was helping Dan May today. Paul did a great job bringing us the bracket sheets and the finals matchups. Paul is a is a former wrestler at Garfield Heights High School, and he's a junior high school principal right now at Buckeye. So yeah, that wrestling community, they come in from everywhere to help with one central focus and one goal. And today it was the conference championships of the Southwestern Conference at Midview High School. I want to thank Bob Kobos, who we got an opportunity to have on live with us for the last 3 matches of the day. He was outstanding, and we look forward to continuing that relationship with wrestling as next year, as the calendar year turns to wrestling and introduces us again to this great sport. I want to thank Gary Pelter, who was on camera all day today, and Pelt did a great job. He was in LaGrange with Jared and I last night when we did the Keystone Brookside boys basketball game for the LC8 championship, and Pelt didn't sleep. He just drove from LaGrange to Grafton, stayed in the parking lot here at Midview. He has a sleeping bag and a pillow in his car, and he just said, guys, I'll be ready when you need me. And he was here running the camera, so thanks to him. Jared Kozar, our executive producer, Rocco Nushi, back at WEOL and the Chronicle Telegram. Thanks to both of those guys for just doing a great job always. And Joel, thanks to you for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I also give a shout out. Anytime EOL does a production, it's first class. You guys do a really, really great job. And thanks for, including me in this. It's quite an honor, especially, I've watched a lot of these guys grow up, in the youth circuit. Now they're here and they're excelling. So very excited to see what's going to happen in 2 weeks when sectional start. And, thanks again.
Gary Schott has the 215-pound weight class up there. Ian Engelhart, 132 pins, or 132 career wins, 114 career pins. Crazy. He wins another Southwestern Conference championship. So the heavyweights are next. That's the 14th and final presentation of champions here today at the Southwestern Conference. So we will go out with that shot by Gary Pelter. We want to thank everybody for tuning in today. We hope to bring you wrestling next high school season. And this was our maiden voyage. We hope you enjoyed it. It certainly was our pleasure bringing it to you. Have a great weekend, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully you got the love of your life, something really nice.
Thank you all for watching, and it's our pleasure to bring you Lorain County Wrestling on WEOL.com. For more online, visit us at KobosINS.com. Thank you.